Have you ever seen that photo, deep divers, floating around on the internet where the baby starts off with a massive heart so full of love, and as the baby gets older, the heart starts to shrink? Well, that happens, deep divers, because you're in the Matrix. But once you leave the Matrix, you still have a big heart and you can still be old. And it's pretty cool. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Another beautiful day. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Sending you tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. Now, the cat down the road managed to get its butt out of the Matrix. I got a question, Ralph, please make a video on how to exit the Matrix. So that's what it's going to be about today. A lot of people are already leaving the Matrix. And there are ways to know if you are leaving the Matrix or not. 7 signs you're leaving the Matrix and taking the red pill. Are you leaving the Matrix right now, deep divers? And you're leaving all of your family behind? And you're like, Ralph, I just had to do that. Why? Because I had to protect my freedom, Ralph. I feel you. I feel you, deep divers. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful, deep divers. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Leave the Matrix. Take the red pill. And trust the universe. Now, when I talk of the Matrix, what am I talking of? Well, you had the 1999 film, The Matrix, okay, starring Keanu Reeves as Neo and Morpheus. Powerful film, okay, which really explored the whole concept that the world that we think is real is actually an illusion. Computer simulated dream world designed to keep you a prisoner. And it's designed to turn a human being into this. Just imagine this is the battery right now. That's right. The Matrix is all around you. It's control, it's oppression. My definition of the Matrix is this. The Matrix is a system of limiting beliefs, social constructs, and limiting programs designed to hold you back from reaching your true potential. Slow motion this side. So in the film, The Matrix, there are so many life lessons and metaphors of life, and it's fantastic, okay? There is no spoon, deep divers. It is not the spoon that bends. It is only you. Slow motion for the little boy who said that in The Matrix right now, right? Now, when I see the Matrix, I see control in this world, in this 3D reality. The Matrix involves fast food. The Matrix involves a lack of knowledge. The Matrix involves organized religion. The Matrix involves pharmaceutical companies, which are really just out to get more money and make more profit at the expense of your own health. The Matrix involves pure ignorance. So, a lot of people now are starting to wake up. They are starting to break the spell of the Matrix. And they are starting to free themselves, just like in The Wizard of Oz. When Glinda, the Good Witch, told Dorothy, "You've had the power all along, my dear." Slow motion this side. And for the first time, people are starting to recognize their true power. The first sign you're leaving the Matrix, by Matrix, and taking the red pill is this. You are no longer following the crowd. Now, red pill, what are you talking of, Ralph? Because in the Matrix, Morpheus tells Neo, you take the blue pill and the story ends right here. You wake up and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill and you follow me and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes, okay? And I took the red pill, deep divers, and I was becoming awake to the Matrix, leaving the Matrix, because for the first time many years ago, I stopped following the crowd. I've never been a conformist. I've never been a conformist. And I always say conformity is overrated, okay? I'm a Pisces. I'm a free spirit, right? The crowd, deep divers, is the Matrix. Let me repeat that. The crowd is the Matrix. Let me repeat that one more time, deep divers. Oh, baby. The crowd is the Matrix. I remember way back in the day, deep divers, when I was at school, I would go to clubs, get pissed. And I'm like, why am I doing all of this stuff? It was only because I didn't want to not be with a crowd. And that's why so many people get locked into the Matrix, because of the crowd, the peer pressure. Okay, we want to please our friends, our parents. But the first sign you are awake to the Matrix, leaving the Matrix and taking the red pill, is that you no longer have a desire to follow the crowd. You have a desire to follow your heart. You have a desire, oh baby, deep divers, you have a desire to follow your heart, because the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their heart. So if you can realize the Matrix is the illusion, it is the world of make-believe. It's like Shakespeare, who told us the whole world is a stage. That is the Matrix. The real world is actually in nature. It's actually the natural world before human beings got involved and started playing God, right? We are God, Ralph, I know. We're part of the universe. We're part of Stardust, deep divers. But if you are no longer believing in the illusion world, you must have alcohol to have a good time. No, you don't need that. You must take drugs to get high. Deep divers, I get high just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And that's good enough for me, because I can get high just on air. If you are leaving the illusion and you are on the quest for truth, you have the 3 W's. Why? When? What? Why is the world like this? If you wake up with that. When did this all happen? What is happening on the planet right now? If you have questioning going on in your mind all the time, you are awake to the Matrix. You are awake to the Matrix and taking the red pill. Once again, many people who are asleep to the Matrix just blindly accept authority. When you are awake to the Matrix and taking the red pill, you have more questions than answers. In other words, you have an open mind, and that's what makes you powerful. Deep divers, what's the second sign? Oh, baby. Do you like when I say that? Oh, baby. I don't care if you do. I love it, deep divers, right? The second sign, you're awake to the Matrix and taking the red pill. You are losing this concept and this construct of duality. Now, in actuality, there is no duality. In the higher realms, there is no good and bad, light and dark. There is only one. One. Good and bad are actually 2 sides of the same coin. Light and dark are actually reflections. Okay, they're the same. If you can realize there is no separation, that's a sign you are becoming awake to the Matrix and taking the red pill. That's also a sign you're leaving the Matrix. Open up a dictionary right now, deep divers, and look at all the words associated with darkness and black. They're always negative, right? Always gonna make you feel depressed, right? The dark night. But in our darkest moments, deep divers, we become illuminated. Slow motion this side. So we often see that how the Matrix has played you is that you think everything white is good and everything dark is bad. In actuality, that's why you are stuck. Major occultists, people, and occult means hidden, who study the esoteric sciences knows that most of the universe is dark matter and dark energy. We live in a very dark universe, deep divers, and that's where the power lies. Okay? So stop feeling that everything light and white and bright is good and everything dark and black is evil. No. If you are aware to that fact that actually dark is good and light is also good, dark can be bad and light can be bad, right? It's just separation, deep divers. It's all about how you see it. So stop saying things like, I'm going through a dark period of my life, like it's a bad thing. Okay? It's because of that dark period that you will become your greatest version. So you needed that in order to become your best self. So darkness can never be negative, right? So if you are losing the duality, the separation, you are now awake to the Matrix, deep divers, and taking the red pill. Now, deep divers, what is the third? That's right, the third sign you're leaving the Matrix, awake to the Matrix, and taking the red pill. You are embodying higher octave emotions. That's right. Higher octave emotions like love, compassion, joy. And because of this, you are vibrating on a higher frequency. How the Matrix controls you is for you to be at a lower frequency. And that's why they changed the frequency from 440 hertz, right? They change it from 432 hertz to 440 hertz. And 440 hertz is actually showing that you are out of alignment. 432 hertz is a natural sound of the universe, right? What all ancient instruments were tuned to, 432 hertz. I've been playing the classical guitar for over 15 years, deep divers. I used to tune it to 440 hertz and I felt weird. I was looking a bit shaky, baby. I had anxiety. It was making me depressed. Then I tuned the guitar to 432 hertz. Okay, I'll show you how I did it. I've actually got a video on it. And all of a sudden I feel calmer. I feel happier. And that's how to heal yourself, right? So if you are starting to embody the love frequency, starting to express love emotions more, that's a sign you're awake to the Matrix and taking the red pill. Because the Matrix, how people become oblivious to the Matrix is that they are in a perpetual state of fear. Do you know, deep divers, why the media is so powerful? Because it goes back to ancient Greece. You had the goddess Medea. One of her traits was to be cunning. That's why the main job of the media is not to give you information, it's to control how you think. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. The main job of the media is not to give you information, it's to control how you think. But if you are aware, because your real eyes recognize real lies, and you can see the media's lies, you can see the news stories and the BS behind them, that's a sign you are awake to the Matrix. You're seeing the game that's being played and you are freeing yourself. You're taking the red pill. If you are doing your own research, if you realize the television is called the television because it tells lies to your vision. They call it a TV program because you're being programmed. They call it a TV channel because you are channeling information. Where do you think all of this technology is coming from, deep divers? There is something that they aren't telling you. Aliens? Probably, right? But if you are aware to all of that, you are awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. Deep divers, you've seen this whole follow the white rabbit, right? You've seen it in the film The Matrix. You've seen it in Alice in Wonderland. And you've also seen it in the film Us, okay? Anytime you are taking the red pill, you are like Alice in Wonderland. You are following the white rabbit and you are going down the rabbit hole. And for the first time, you are seeing the truth because you have been lied to from childhood. Everything you have been taught is a lie. And when you go deeper down the rabbit hole, you start to see how deep it goes. And like, oh my gosh, Ralph, I'm learning for the first time. That's right. And it feels so good. Deep divers, what's the fourth sign? You're awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. You are losing, that's right, the concern for other people's approval. Please like me. No, you don't say that because you like you. Please love me. No, you don't say that because you love you. You are validating your own existence. You're losing the need for other people's approval. That's a sure sign, deep divers, you're awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. You see, the matrix banks and it hopes that you will be afraid of what other people think. Now, we all naturally care what other people think, but once you are awake to the matrix, you just don't care anymore. You're not afraid. That's why you don't care so much anymore, because you're not afraid. Because you're like, it's only one life to live, Ralph. Why am I going to allow other people to rent space in my mind? Slow motion this side. If you are losing the need for approval, social approval, you are leaving the matrix. You are awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. If you are living life on your own terms, doing it your way, you are awake to the matrix. You are leaving the matrix. You are taking the red pill. Because a lot of people actually get trapped in the matrix because they're always afraid of how other people are gonna perceive them, what other people are gonna think. And that's why they never actually become their best self. I left the matrix the moment I stopped being afraid of what other people thought of me, because I know the truth of who I am. And I am infinite. I am the two most powerful words in the universe, deep divers, because whatever you put after that is what you become. What's the fifth sign? Oh, baby. You're awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. You're starting to connect the dots. You're starting to realize, deep divers, that it's all connected. You're starting to make the connection, 7-Day Vegan Challenge. You're starting to respect all life forms on the planet, including the cat down the road. It's not just about humans, because just like the Native Americans said, human beings did not weave the web of creation. They are a part of the web of creation. Slow motion this side. You're in the matrix when you have an ecosystem. You're out of the matrix when you realize the power of the ecosystem. It's not just about human beings, okay? Scientists actually say there are over 100 trillion species on this planet. 100 trillion. We've only identified 10 million. If you can realize, deep divers, if you are making the connection that actually it's time to honor all life. There's a reason why I stopped eating my friends. I stopped eating processed meats, because I'm like, actually, this animal just may want to live. In fact, of course it does. All life is all about self-preservation. So who am I to take a life that I can't create? But Ralph, what? Other animals kill other animals. Deep divers, I'm not an animal. I've left my animal nature. I'm moving into a higher being, deep divers. We have an animal part of us, but unlike animals, we have a higher intellect. And that's why we are custodians. We are custodians and guardians of planet Earth. We're supposed to be helping the animals. And if you're doing that, if you are saying, actually, I'm going to stop eating meat because I don't feel it's right what they're doing to animals. Imagine if that was your child, deep divers. Right? So if you have that awareness, you are awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. You leave the matrix, deep divers, when you have the super awareness. That's the difference between people who are out of the matrix and people who are in the matrix. Awareness. The more aware I became, the more free I became in my mind. Like Morpheus said in the Matrix, you have to free your mind, Neo, and then you will become so powerful, right? What's the sixth sign? You're awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. I took the red pill, deep divers, because I realized I was not a victim. If you realize today that you are no longer a victim of circumstance, congratulations, you are on your way to leaving the matrix. The matrix banks on you feeling sorry for yourself. It banks on you having a pity party, crying and saying, oh my gosh, feel sorry for me. Society is screwing me over. No, you have unlimited power. I used to feel like a victim, deep divers. I used to feel that things were being done to me. Once I became awake to the matrix, I realized, deep divers, nobody could disturb my peace of mind without my permission. Ultimately, the power is always with me and it's always with you. So if you are no longer allowing yourself to be a victim, because life is never something that happens to you. Life is always responding to you. And if you are choosing your response wisely, congratulations, you are awake to the matrix. They want you to be crying. They want you to be screw-faced and mad. No, I'm having a great time, deep divers. I know the government is corrupt. Government means governmental. It means govern your dome. You have to become a sovereign nation within yourself. What? Slow motion this side. What's the seventh sign? You're awake to the matrix and taking the red pill. You're on your way out of the matrix and doing a little samba, baby. You realize that you can create your own reality. You realize that thoughts help create your own reality. I remember when my mentor told me for the first time, Ralph, and this really shook me. Ralph, you live in the world you are thinking of. Ralph, what? In a child's mind, anything is possible. Ralph, what? When you free your mind, you can achieve anything. So if you, for the first time, are starting to realize that, oh, I get it. Thoughts help create my reality. Once again, the matrix works by giving you limiting thoughts and beliefs. And that's why it wants to control how you think. If you are learning how to think for yourself by meditating, by spending time with other like minds that can actually stimulate your third eye and your right brain hemisphere, you are going to be out of the matrix in no time. And that's what happened to the cat down the road and I. So if you are like, actually, I am an architect. I am an architect of my own reality. Society does not create my reality. I create my reality. I do not believe in fate. If you do not believe in fate, deep divers, congratulations, you are leaving the matrix. Because you're like, actually, Ralph, I can choose and decide how this story ends. When I was in the matrix, deep divers, just eating popcorn, watching the television, I thought, yes, I believe in fate. This is how my life is gonna go. I have no control. I just have to work, then retire, then die. Of course, I had to go to school before that. It's a terrible life, Ralph, but that's life. No. You are awake to the Matrix and leaving the Matrix, doing a little samba, baby, when you're like, actually, there's more to life. Like the great Krishnamurti said, life is an extraordinary mystery. Not the mystery that you read about in books, not the mystery that people talk about, but a mystery one has to discover for oneself. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. We're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Matrix free. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is also one. Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. If you think you've got what it takes, check out the new book, Deep Divers, for information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, Deep Divers. Out of the Matrix. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. All you gotta do is follow the white rabbit and do a little samba while you're following it. And then you will be exposed to the truth. And you're gonna be, oh my gosh, Ralph, why didn't they tell me this? Well, if you don't know, now you know. Peace.